So let me find the tweets that I put up. Oh, almost there. All right. Let me share screen. Share it. All right. I'm about to go off. I said, this isn't a victory for this mom. This is a stain on our society. I swear, the twisted logic of some people on Facebook. For F's sake. This is a post on Facebook. It says, I can't make this up. I can't make this up. Times are tough for everyone. But I salute this queen. She didn't have no babysitter, but still came to work. It's real out here, y'all. And here you go. A young mom with her baby on her hip while she's working behind the counter. This looks like Burger King. Is that Burger King or McDonald's? No, baby, that's McDonald's. Yep, I can recognize that. Yeah, my chubby behind would recognize McDonald's. But anyways, yeah. So, yeah, also she has on the Grimace shirt. That's why. She has on Grimace shirt. This isn't a victory. The mere fact, let me leave this up. The mere fact that you have a mother struggling to work and she has to bring her baby with her to work is absolutely disgusting. Now, I'm going to say this. You applaud the mom, you applaud all parents for the dedication that they do, for the dedication that they have, of course, right? But I think this is misplaced. I ultimately do not think that we should be applauding this because she shouldn't have to do this in the first place. So here's my thing. I wrote down some notes because it keeps me on track. But I got to say this. This is what I like to call unnecessary adversity porn. We will see someone go through something unnecessary, some unnecessary adversity, and then cheer on that person with a yes, queen, or yes, king. Or we see somebody going through something, we go, oh. And then in reality, that action shouldn't have to be done in the first place. You're going to hear me say that often. So say it with me. Whenever I say in the first place, I don't care. Say it with me, okay? Now, there are examples of, there'll be people like, there was a story of a gentleman walking miles to work, day in and day out, dedication. And then somehow they find out that he's walking miles to work, right? In the heat, in the cold, in the weather. And then they'll get him a used car and be like, oh my God, they got him a used car. Yay! Without asking the question, why did he have to walk miles and miles to work in the first place? Or you'll have a story of a little girl selling lemonade to raise funds to pay for somebody's cancer treatment. Or you'll have the story of a little boy raising funds to pay for his classmates to have school lunches. These examples fool us into accepting the system that causes us to unnecessarily suffer by making us marvel at the humanity of others, but never allows us to ask, why should they be going through this adversity? Say it with me, in the first place. Why don't we have social programs in place so that we don't need to go through this? Capitalism. This breeds an environment of need that produces guaranteed profit when paywalled. Need clean water? Paywall it. Need healthcare? Paywall it. Need transportation? Paywall it. Need education? Paywall it. Need housing? Paywall it. Need food? Paywall it. And on and on and on. I'm going to say all this to help us think more critically when this system and these stories like this come up, so that we won't be fooled. Now, does this young mother deserve our admiration and support? Yes. But the fact is that she and all parents shouldn't have to go through this, say it with me, in the first place. Why don't we have universal parental leave? It's inhumane and psychotic. If we want to improve our mental health, we have to change the system. It's not just an individual issue. If we want to improve our physical health, we must change the system, not just our individual lives. Do not accept this BS that these corporate dictators throw at you to make you accept this societal situation. This quote encompasses everything that I think that we should do. When a flower doesn't bloom, you fix the environment in which it grows, not the flower. If we truly want to improve people's lives, it's the environment in which we have that needs to change. It's not some one-off that some people are just lazy. When you have half the country that can't afford a $400 emergency, what does that mean? That means that it's a systemic issue, not an individual one. This is why you have many of us that are looking outside of the realms of capitalism, and we're saying enough is enough. This is why we're going to look at different new social orders, different new economic systems that actually work better for the people. And when people say something like, oh my God, the United States is great, doing great according to our GDP, who owns all the wealth? Not us. It's not us. It is the greedy corporate dictators that are hoarding all the wealth. And when people go, well, you live in the most wealthiest country in the world, that's like saying to a poor person that is enslaved, that's working in the basement, you guys live in the biggest. We're poor, living in the basement of this mansion, being treated like shit. Just because we're living in the mansion doesn't mean we're living in the mansion. And so miss me with that BS. Because most of the people in this country are still in the basement. And we're not allowed to go upstairs. We're not allowed to use the restroom upstairs. We're not allowed to use the living room. We're not allowed to use the laundry room. We're not allowed to go to the backyard. We're not allowed to go upstairs into the room. We're not allowed to use the TV room or the media room. We're not allowed to use the bedrooms. We're not allowed to sleep on the bed. We had to sleep. Some of us had to sleep on the bare concrete floor. Some of us had to sleep on a couple of sheets. But guess what? We're still suffering. That's what it's like living in the United States of America. because only a couple people actually live in the suites upstairs and the master bedroom and in the other bedroom suites. We don't get it. We're all crammed downstairs in the basement. We don't even get to be in the living rooms. That's what it's like. And if people don't wake up, guess what? We're going to bang. We're going to bang on that door, and we're going to eventually knock that door down. And once we knock it down, we're coming and we're taking the rooms. We're not going to ask anymore. Tupac said it. We're not going to be asking anymore. We're taking that shit. We're done. We are done with suffering. Hundreds of thousands of people every single year dying because they don't have health care. People will go, oh my God, so many kids are suffering from hunger because their parents are suffering from hunger too. People that look like me are being shot in the back in the streets, and they're trying to build a militarized police base in Atlanta so that we don't exercise our First Amendment rights. And for any of you that got a "Don't Tread on Me" flag, you guys are standing by while people that look like me are being tread on day after day. Shame on you. Shame on you. You guys got militias training out in the woods day after day, and yet you guys will look at the news and make excuses for us being shot in the back. Shame on you. And then some of you will stand behind a politician that will do mediocre things. And some of y'all who are in independent media, yes, some of you will stand behind a politician and say, oh, every 2 to 4 years, well, we just got to stand behind this person. Some of you, like Emma Vigeland, yes, I'm calling out names, will speak condescendingly to me online because you're comfortable. That's what it is. You're comfortable, and I'm sick and tired of it. You're comfortable in your studios, sitting your ass down. And then every 2 to 4 years, well, do you want the right-wingers to take over? Guess what? The Democratic Party is also right-wing. I don't want none of them to take over. I'm sick and tired. They already took over years and years ago. I'm sick and tired of them. This is an issue of having a sense of urgency. And some people are too rich to even notice that that they need to have a sense of urgency. They're comfortable. Whereas you got people, not just people who are sleeping out in the streets, people who are sleeping in our living rooms, who don't have anything to call their own. And so when people want to come to me and talk about, oh well, we have a issue with Ron DeSantis. He may come into power. You guys don't see what Biden is doing? Biden agrees more with DeSantis than anybody. Biden is no different than Trump. This is why so many of us are leaving the duopoly. Because some of y'all will make excuses and go, oh, yay, this person is being productive and taking their kids to work, when in reality, she shouldn't even have to be at work in the first place. She should be at home taking care of her baby. She shouldn't have to worry about housing. She shouldn't have to worry about healthcare. She shouldn't have to worry about childcare. She shouldn't have to worry about education. She should not have to worry. Period. And people want to talk about, oh, yay, yes, queen, she's at work with her baby in tow. No, absolutely not. She shouldn't have to. If you are a liberal and you think, yes, we have to support women, why aren't you for universal health care? Why aren't you for universal child care? Why Why aren't you for defunding the police? And if you are, why do you support politicians that don't? Why do you support a party that doesn't? And don't give me that, oh, well, the Republicans. No, they are all one party. Wake up. That's it. They're all together. I am sick and tired of being sick and tired. And I wish that you were sick and tired of looking at us being sick and tired while you go to brunch, while you're sitting there drinking your mimosas on Sunday and eating bruschetta. Get some empathy, will you? Get some empathy. Look at us. Talk to us. Get out of your studios. Get out on the streets. Talk to us. Because we're not okay. Talk to somebody that's disabled. We're not okay. Talk to somebody that's black. We're not okay. Talk to somebody that's trans. We're not okay. Talk to somebody that's neurodivergent. We're not okay. This is what we need. Empathy. And we're tired. We're tired of people looking past us and saying that you just need to wait a little bit longer. Stop being the white liberal that MLK warned us about, because you are keeping the knife in our backs. You're not even willing to pull it out. You're saying just wait a little longer instead of actually letting us go to the hospital and pulling the knife out all the way and then healing us. Yeah, we may not be bleeding out as fast according to you, but we're still bleeding. Love and empathy will save this nation, but not at the cost of your comfort. To the privileged, equality feels like oppression. It's time for you to feel uncomfortable in order for everyone to have a decent standard of living. There should be no homelessness in this country. There should be no hunger. There should be access to education for all. Nobody should be gatekept or paywalled for the basic necessities of life. So stand with us. If you're making $100,000, $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 a year, stand with us. If you're middle class, upper middle class, stand with us. If you really care. If you have a rainbow flag in your bio, or if you say Black Lives Matter, mean it. Because we're tired. And we're sick and tired of this adversity porn that's thrown in our faces. It's not worth it. Because we're still suffering. That mother is still suffering. This past the Yas Queens, past the awws, past all that, she's still suffering. She shouldn't have to. And don't come at me with, well, we got to GoFundMe for her, blah, blah, blah. No. See, that's still individualistic. We need to do this systematically. If you're not willing to do it systematically, are you really for us? Or are you just trying to patch up your conscience a little bit? Empathy will save us. So that's my rant. Um, I didn't mean to go off like that, but you know, I'm in the thick of it. Like, people will see me on my own channel and be like, "Oh, well, they'll assume that JB's doing okay." I'm not okay. I'm not. I can't afford to live on my own. If I could, I would, but I can't. I also have an elderly mother that I'm also making sure that she's okay too. I can't, she can't afford to be on her own. I can't afford to be on my own. So this is why I know what it's like, because I'm literally living it just like you.